This episode of a mobile home makeover is mostly about the garden and a little bit about sailing, other summer adventures. I really don't remember what the footage is yet, but I wanted to shoot this so I could edit it while I'm on the road. Who is that? That's not Bill. Does he see you? You? Can't see you. You're hidden.
We had a summer fest in the park.
I don't know if you can see the little fish swimming down here. Homemade hummus. Fresh herbs from the garden and tomatoes. And a croissant. I had a runaway tomato situation.
This garlic was planted last fall.
I promised a sailing video. I forgot though that I don't have a waterproof case for my phone right now, so I think this is about all we're gonna get for sailing. It's not terribly windy, but there's a little bit of wind happening. I did come on a day when there was wind in the forecast. Yeah, we're moving along. I should probably actually attempt to do the sails. Well, here we are, beautiful lake. That's a swimmer's wonderland, swimming / pontoon boat wonderland. Love all these slides, that's fantastic.
We had a lot of volunteer sunflowers this year. They're lovely, but a little problematic because of the shade.
Another round of raspberries coming in, which is very exciting. I hear too much shade from these sunflowers. A lot of these sunflowers are volunteers. I love them, but I think next year we're going to move the squashes out here. Not have any tomatoes out here. Thinking about extending the garden, the fenced part of the garden out this way a bit. Which seems to put, unfortunately, this tree that we planted right in the way. I think that's is that a nectarine or something? Started some kale a few weeks ago. See if it turns into that by October.
It didn't. We were late.
We ultimately succumbed to the massive tangle of tomatoes approach. There are a few hoops in there somewhere. Tree I cut down last fall has sprouted some rather, won't stay alive, but it's too close to the house. There's an idea to turn it into, carve it up, turn it into some kind of a sculpture. Rode out to this sweet old hamlet. This little community one.
We joined a birthday bike ride.
They'll work okay for Europe.
That's the way it works. Is that right, Paul?
It was really nice to see so many bikes out on our local roads.
Right, with 4 bags of dirt on there. Back for another day of sailing. Good wind coming basically from over there. Fun bike adventure. High drama, we're having a bit of wind, and a utility pole got blown over. Just have a light on it, no electrical going to it, fortunately. And utility was here, town utility, before we even knew about it.
Oh, they're trying it now. Whoa!
Bang,
You got that,
done.
didn't you?
Filled in nicely. Okay, maybe we got a couple sneaky weeds in here. We have a young visitor.
My brother arrived with his son for a visit.
We could build a fort today, but it might be the easiest bass, right? More of a tunnel, perhaps, than a fort. So far, it's fairly popular just as a tunnel. Might be hard to improve upon a classic square. You mean the other way, so it's open on the top?
Or if we put this end next to a wall.
Disguised now with this bit of grass and this camouflage. You clearly can't even see it anymore.
Matt Hopper and the Roman Candles performed at our local radio station.
What would you give up? What would you live?
Seen them like custom made, but I've never seen like one. I mean, it looks like you can buy that as a kit. That's cool.
My nephew is obsessed with touching mailboxes. And my brother found a piano to play at the Interstate Fair.
And John Deere was primarily building tools again, maybe a little bit of wagons with his buddy out there in Grand Detour. West, let's see what happens here. Go West, go. And let's do it. Go West, go. 3,500 pounds. Ooh, he's fighting. He's fighting. He's still fighting. He's gonna make it.
It's time for prunes round 2.
I can't really remember. I imagine he was just squirrely one day, and I was like, all right, fine. You want to stand up, stand up.
This seems like an absurd amount of plums, but it's time to make some plum jam. Town event, people are dining by the creek. There's live music. I don't know if he was. Pop up something on the corner, that's fun.
That was great. It's breakfast time.
This bed has filled in really nicely. He figured out how to get in there. Mess out of this first batch of jam. Put in too much water, meaning I put in any amount of water. I shouldn't have put in any water. But after 3 days of cooking, I tried to do at least 3 jars, but I'm gonna make another batch for those jars over there. coming in. We have take 2 here with no water added, and I'm working on less total volume. I did can these up, but I think this is going to be pretty runny. Deb made another batch. She's staying up at her sister's house. It'll be interesting to see how our efforts compare.
We're getting into mid-late September here, and it's amazing how the garden is really at its best right before the end.
See how these are beets. See how they develop and how they move around the lettuce. There's another something growing down here. Where is that? There is the chef's garden. It's got here some basil and some. Oh, you know that stuff that's yummy with butter. Got a big old eggplant growing down there. I got the Italian parsley, oregano down here, chives. We got way more chives over there, and way more parsley, way a little more oregano over here, and thyme down here. More of that. Oh, I forget what it's just called. You can burn it. Oh, sage, right? Yeah. Kale's run out. I think we have a bit more planted. We'll see whether it turns out. One delicata and one tiny butternut. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and see you next time.